Welcome back to another episode of Up the Score Show. In today's episode, we're going to be predicting week 5 of the NFL season. All right, so like I said, we're going to be predicting week 5 of the NFL season. But before we do that, we're going to look back at a couple games from last week. Week 4 was real interesting, and we had two Monday night games last night. We had the Lions versus the Seahawks, and the boring game was the Dolphins versus the Titans. Will Levis ended up getting hurt, but Nick, you have any thoughts about this Titans game? We should get this one about the way.
Miami looks like they seeing ghosts out there. Got their third string in Tyler Huntley. I don't think they utilized him to his best of his abilities, but other than that, I don't like this Dolphins team whatsoever without Tua. Even with Tua, it's a little scary. I'm off this Miami team, bro. Titans, whatever. I mean, shit. They look better with Mason Rudolph instead of Will Levis. So I mean, I like that. But other than that, I mean, bad game. I barely watched it. I watched it until the Lions Seahawks game came on, and that was it.
Yeah. You know what I was thinking about when I was watching this game is how valuable average QB play is. Because, like, Tua's an average quarterback, in my opinion. And when he plays, Tyreek Hill looks like the best receiver in football, you know? And then, like, Tyreek not having an average quarterback throwing to him, everything messes up. And, like, the whole motion is gone. I'll admit, I was watching the game. Tyreek, he did have, like, a drop that really, in my opinion, changed the whole like game because the drop turned into a fumble. And
no, it didn't turn into a fumble. It was a backwards pass, but he just didn't catch it.
Yeah. So it was, backwards catch that.
Basically a fumble.
Yeah. So like, he had butter hands as a wide receiver. You know, that's all I know. He had a catch, like I said, that wasn't recorded. So like, he had 5 catches. It was a decent game for him, but like 5 catches for 30 yards, that's not Tyreek Hill. Jalen Waddle, he ain't been producing all that either, you know. This is like a year and a half now. Jalen Waddle is still a really good really good receiver to me though.
Yeah.
Titans, they had run game, just Tony Pollard feed them, and that's all you need to do when both of y'all don't got a quarterback and the other team don't got a run defense.
Yeah.
The other game, it was the Lions versus the Seahawks. This game, Gino looked pretty decent to me, but the Lions, you know, them boys is them boys. What you think about them Lions, boy?
They're nice, man. That offense is crazy. If that defense could just hold it a little bit more. I mean, I wouldn't even say that because low key, like, all right, we're gonna get to the Seahawks in a minute, but yeah, it's the Lions nasty. That running game, two-headed monster in the backfield with Gibbs and Montgomery. Montgomery's a demon, bro. You see him chuck that motherfucker and break out that. Oh, that was nasty, bro. I was like, damn. Jameson Williams is that big deep threat that you need always on a team. You always need that like deep threat on a team, you know. That this breaks through on the streaks, and then you chilling off of that. Then you got Amon-Ra, who's obviously in the slot. He's a very good wide receiver. I love Amon-Ra. Jared Goff, man, 18 for 18, bro, with almost 300 yards, bro. Props to him. I really like this Lions team. I think that they could go places with this. We'll see what happens. But they got a bye week. So bye week because they had some injuries. Get back with the injuries. We'll see what happens. I like this Lions team very, very well though.
Yeah, this Lions team, a game like this is exactly why they were our team to make the Super Bowl. Mike McDonald, he's been a really good defensive coordinator, and they just found a way to drop 42 points and not have an incompletion against them with 3 rushing touchdowns, and Jared Goff out here catching touchdowns,
Jericho.
like great offensive staff over there, and like you said, the defense, they just need to hold up. They don't even have to be special for real. Like
Yeah.
they have some pieces I like on that defense, and Brian Branch, Aleem McNeil. They got a corner duo now that's pretty decent with that. Terrion Arnold, I believe, who they drafted. He's been good, and he's asked to be a cornerback too. So like they have Aiden Hutchinson, who this defense is like legit, bro. Like I even like their linebacker Jack Campbell.
Yeah.
This team is a Super Bowl team, especially with the 49ers hurt. I think they're this is the year for them if they ever do it.
Yeah. NFC is a little weaker right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. 49ers are supposed to be that dominant team in NFC, and they're looking mid, bro. Yeah. I mean,
CMC done.
bro, it's not even Brock Purdy, because Brock Purdy's been playing lights out, bro.
Yeah.
He's been playing lights out, bro. This motherfucker crazy. But with CMC out, and then you got that offensive line. They lost some people in the offensive line during the free agency and shit. And then they got to pay all these people, bro. Once they got paid Brock Purdy, they already paid Ayuk, Debo, Kittle, that defense too, man. Fred Warner's day to day now. Ward's on the end of his contract. They're gonna have to pay him after this season. I mean, this is do or die for the 49ers, man. I feel like it's either now or never, because I mean, I felt like that was last year, but I mean now definitely, bro. Like it's now or never. I mean, Brock Purdy's always, I feel like he's just gonna be a really good quarterback to go into the future with, but you gotta start thinking about the future and what you're gonna do in these drafts and what's gonna happen.
The 49ers, I think they're they one of those teams that as long as Kyle Shanahan there, they always gonna be contenders, because they got Jordan Mason out there looking like an elite scat back, like it's crazy out there, man. It's crazy. And like you said, they have a lot of guys who they have to pay, but they have leverage in those conversations, because a lot of those guys who you mentioned, they've been hurt. Like, can you stay on the field? $5 million off your contract. Yeah, they got like 4 people they could take $5 million off their contract. That's another contract right there. Like it's a lot of guys who on this team, like you said, Debo can't stay healthy. Ayuk, it doesn't really matter because he already got paid. So what's the point of a conversation? Fred, like you said, he's hurt, but Fred is going to reset the market. Bosa, that edge rusher, I see what you mean, but I think they're going to be such a good team that guys are going to be willing to understand if they're hurt a lot to take away less money. But
yeah, I mean, I could see that, but then also you could see at the same time, like, like, we're not winning nothing. Like, let me get my bread. Like if they won the Super Bowl, I'd be like, okay, like, like, I'll take a little bit of a pay cut. Like, we won a Super Bowl, we're gonna win, whatever, blah blah blah. But Ayuk was holding out until he got paid. Trent Williams was holding out until he got paid. What makes you think that these other guys are not gonna hold out?
To me, a situation like the Ayuk one, if I was the general manager, I'm just gonna say what I would have done. I would have traded Ayuk. I feel like Kyle Shanahan is such a great coach that I could get 70% of his production from someone else,
Because Jawan Jennings, when Debo was out against the Rams, bro, he looked like a fucking demon out there, bro.
Yeah, I think it would have been easier to do if Ricky Parcells ain't get shot, because him and Ricky play a similar role. Like that's why they took him in the first round. Like, Ricky going in the first round was kind of a shock. It's just that him and Ayuk, like, similar mode, and Ayuk was on such trade discussions, and they're like, "Fuck you, you're gonna get your replacement if you keep playing with us." And I would have stood on business. You drafted the replacement, trade him for a second rounder. But Ricky ended up getting shot, which is crazy. So like,
Yeah.
maybe that's what like made him like, all right, we paying this man right now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I could see it because right now Yuka's not been performing whatsoever this season so far.
He'll get better eventually. It's just that like he hasn't been practicing and stuff, and that's another
Yeah.
reason why me as a general manager, I would not give him his money. You asking for 30 mil and you want to go play it? All right.
Yeah, I mean, I would have traded him, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would have traded him.
Yeah.
Got your value up from it, bro.
He had a top
Yeah.
10 wide receiver season last year. Like that's if that's not his peak, it's close to it.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with this 49ers team, though. We'll see. Hope for the best for CMC though, too, bro. That's my guy right there.
Yeah,
Let's see what happens, man.
Yeah, but like you said, the 49ers team, in my opinion, they're kind of on the younger side because Purdy is nice, man. Like I agree with you. So like, if you have like I said, an average quarterback is important. You have an average quarterback with Kyle Shanahan, you could figure the rest out. And I think as long as Purdy there, I used to not think highly of him, but as long as you have Brock Purdy, a O line and a D line, you should be straight. So like me, the core pieces for that 49ers team is Purdy, Bosa, and probably just Fred Warner because I think he's the best linebacker in the league, you know?
Yeah. That 100%, yeah, Fred Warner is definitely the best linebacker in the league.
Yeah, Fred Warner's a demon. Trent Williams, like he would be a part of the core because like, he's a great old lineman, but like that nigga like 39, bro. I can't.
Yeah, they gotta make some improvements on the offensive line though. I'm not gonna lie to you because even with that Chiefs Super Bowl, you could see Brock Purdy was just getting pressured constantly, bro. They was just blitzing the fuck out of him and just
Yeah, the Vikings game this year, they was blitzing him so bad. Like I said, bro, he went up and saluted them after. He was like, that was crazy blitzing all game. I was like, that's hilarious, bro. Ain't no way out.
That's what you got to do to beat the 49ers, though. You just got blitz, you know?
Yeah.
Because that offensive line is shot, bro.
Yeah, and they don't really generate big plays. They have all these talented players that get so much yak. They be doing. I hate watching the 49ers play against my favorite team, bro, because I be getting so mad when it's 3rd and 20 and they throw a screen and they get that shit. Like they a team that do it a good amount. Like they just give it to Debo randomly and it's like a post route basically because like shit is stupid.
Bro, they literally set screens for him and then let him play make. That's literally what it is, bro.
And then they do the same for CMC. Even Kittle. Ayuk is the guy who like separates, you know. After that, they just got playmakers. Even Ayuk is good after the catch. He's just not as good as those guys, but like in the league, he's one of the best ones.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we got off track with the 49ers. We were gonna talk about we talked about the Seahawks and the Lions.
We didn't talk about the Seahawks. We talked about the Lions.
Yeah, you're right. Geno looked nice. Kenneth Walker, did he get hurt?
No.
Okay.
He had 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns and like
what?
Yeah.
What the hell was that? Oh, you're right. What the fuck? All right, my bad for my language. Damn, after a while, I did realize like the Lions money line hit. It was no point over, watching anymore. Yeah. Those had to be. Were those closer to the end of the game?
What? No, those are like 3rd quarter.
I did stop watching 3rd quarter because I think it was like 21. It was bad in the beginning. It was pretty bad. Well, let me see. It was 21-7. And then I stopped watching after that. I was just like, the Lions, if they lose a 21-7 lead.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker got 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 3rd,
and 1 in the 2nd.
1 in the 2nd.
Yeah. Okay. That's all right.
With 80 yards on 12 attempts. Yeah.
Okay. So Kenneth had a good game. Shout out to Kenneth. DK had a good game. Seahawks honestly ain't played bad. That's kind of why I'm saying like Lions is a Super Bowl contender. They almost dropped 30 points. Geno Smith, when I was watching him at least, he looked almost like, I want to say, the best quarterback in the game. Yeah, and like
until you look at Jared Goff's stats and then you're like, damn.
I mean, but the thing is, with Geno, I know the amount of responsibility. Um,
Yeah,
Jared Goff went 18 for 18 with his running backs. It's crazy to like. It's so hypocritical to say with his running backs scoring 3 touchdowns, with
yeah.
Kenneth Walker scoring 3,
Mhm.
but Gino threw 56 passes, bro, 400
Yeah,
yards. Like they also were down so much, so that was the you know
yeah,
that
definitely.
yeah that was the game script. Like they
Mhm.
had to keep passing. But yeah, Seahawks is good. Geno Smith, like I said, bro, I think this man is a top 10 quarterback, dude. Like right now, he's not one of the 10 quarterbacks that I would want on my team. But in 2024, like if we do a would you rather, I don't want Geno. But a ranking, nah, this man is nice, bro. Geno Smith is tough. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Um, those are the Monday night games. Talk about some of the Sunday games. It's the first one. Let's shout it out to the Broncos. What your Broncos was over there doing against the Jets,
Yeah.
man?
Defense, man. Defense.
Yeah,
Bo Nix did not look too good, but I get it. It was raining. Um, I'm gonna make excuses for him because he's my quarterback. But it was raining. It was his first raining game in the NFL against a top 10 defense. I mean, you know, shit happens. Broncos defense stepped the fuck up though. Um, Aaron Rodgers, besides last season first game against the Bills, he did not look like he was getting pressured that much in every one of those games besides the Bills, and then all of a sudden this game, bro, it just could not get away from it, bro. The Broncos just bring the pressure, bro. Um, you know, yeah, he was trying to do those hard snap counts, and I don't think the Jets are really used to it, so.
yeah,
Yeah, they were getting a lot of false starts and shit. That cost them the game more than likely. It was a rainy game though, so I mean, we'll see. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. But Bo Nix, Bo Nix.
yeah. He ain't really played good to be honest. But like you said, rainy game. But it said more about the Jets than the Broncos to me. The Broncos won as underdogs. That's cool. The
Mhm.
Jets, on the other hand, this a team y'all be talking about like they got a good backfield or something, or like they got an elite quarterback or something, and they scoring 0 touchdowns against a team who most of us don't have making the playoffs. So what does that
Yeah,
make the Jets?
yeah,
And the Bills looking good against opponents. The Jets in all of their games also like let's check out their schedule. Like, have they been having good games against teams? I don't think so, bro. They've been like
yeah.
gritty games and like the Patriots, the
Yeah, other than the
Patriots.
Patriots, bro, and the Patriots suck, bro. Like,
Yeah, the Patriots and a bunch of hard fought games against Will Levis, against Bo Nix, against 49ers. You got your ass kicked, like Jets is a good. They very talented. That's what I should say. They're very talented, but I think their talent is overrated at every single part of the field. I think Sauce Gardner is a top 5 corner. I think Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback. We're going to see what he is. I think Brees Hall is a top 20 running back. Like, he's really good. I think Garrett Wilson is a top 30 receiver. He's really good. But, like,
yeah,
these guys get pushed in the top 15 conversations. Like, hold on. Chris Godwin is better than Garrett Wilson, bro. Like, I think that's pretty confidently. Like,
yeah,
a lot of guys are just more talented than them. And, like, you put a Patrick Surtain on Garrett Wilson, he only gonna have 2 catches. Like that's what Surtain does to the top 30 corners. I mean, top 30 receivers. It's normal. That's why I said Alan Lazard catches is a pick, boy. He had, I think he had like 3 catches over. I think
yeah,
he had 5 catches. It was 2.5.
yeah.
Like come on, that's just what it is when
Mhm.
a good receiver is playing against an elite corner.
Yeah,
That's how it be, man.
that's what happens. Yeah.
Jets online pretty made it also. I'll say that. And their CB2, who I used to like, he's washed. DJ Reed. Yeah, it's
DJ.
over for it's over for DJ Reed. But like that's normal. Like an elite corner having a mid CB2 next to him. Sauce Gardner is good enough to where like the Jets should still be able to compromise because like the Broncos did it. Like like
Mm-hmm.
that's what happens when you got an elite corner. Put them in man, eliminate that side of the field, and help DJ Reed.
Yeah, I could see this, bro. Robert Saleh sucks. Obviously, Nathaniel Hackett sucks. This is why. This is exactly why I just don't like Nathaniel Hackett, bro. He's a terrible offensive coordinator. He should not be in this position. Even when he was a Broncos head coach, he was fucking horrendous, bro. Did this couldn't do shit, bro. Just I don't like him, bro. Fuck Nathaniel Hackett. He only got the credit because in Green Bay when he was under Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers in his prime. Like, I think he's just one of the most overrated coaches of fucking all time.
He's got to be a bad person because like, how does he keep getting jobs, bro? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
To tell you what, I could love getting him a job as a coach, man. I think me and you could be like a coach and offensive coordinator on a team, and like, I mean, we could have drew up 0 touchdown against the Broncos, also. You know what I mean? Type shit. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like we could have drawn up a game plan that scored 0 touchdowns against the Broncos. But shout out Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah, but if the Jets don't make the playoffs this year, thank God. Yeah, their coaches are gone.
No playoffs would be sick because like this is a team that Aaron Rodgers came to like make them better, and then like he's over here having the beef with their coaches. Their talent isn't as good as he thought. I mean, damn near would have been better staying on the Packers type shit. You know, like
yeah, definitely. Yeah. Or going to a different team.
Yeah, he could have went Broncos. Like those were the 2 final places. That's why y'all got Nathaniel Hackett, so you can like bait Aaron Rodgers. But Nathaniel Hackett was nothing, and you had no A-Rod, so that plan was over.
Yeah,
anything else we got to say about this game?
Nah, there's nothing really to talk about, bro.
Yeah, next game is the Thursday night game. We predicted it. I don't think we reacted, did we?
Nah, we predicted it though.
Yeah, Malik Neighbors, my boy. That's all I care about. Like 12 catches, 115 yards. That's all I care about. Because right next to him was Wan'Dale Robinson with 11 catches and 71 yards. Daniel Jones is proving that he's an NFL quarterback. His first time in his career where he's had a wide receiver 1. And not only is this the first time in his career with a wide receiver 1, this is the best wide receiver 2 he's ever had. And Wan'Dale Robinson, who was hurt last season. So our 2 rookie draft picks from the last 2 seasons have been playing amazing. Daniel Jones has looked all right. Devin Singletary, he need to stop fumbling the ball. Like, it's crazy, but like he be looking explosive and then he just fumbles, bro. Like, like he ain't even that bad, man. But
shit crazy, man.
Yeah, Dexter Lawrence has been killing it like he always does. Tyler Nubin, our rookie safety who we took in the second round, has been very well. Like our draft class so far has hit. Our first round pick with Malik Neighbors is a gem, blue chip. And then Tyler Nubin, he's a starter. Like he's a starter and he's replacing Xavier McKinney pretty well. And yeah, the Giants have looked all right. Kind of better than I expected. So, that's nice. I'm like this season as a Giants fan, it's already a win because last year we tanked and the 2 players that we tanked for hit. You know what I mean? So like it's already a win to me. It's already a win. And we only a couple games in. So any other draft picks that start to shine is even better because this is also the first year, not the first year. Year 1 of Brian Daboll, he was the head coach calling the plays. Year 2, it was Mike Kafka last year, and he got fired. And now it's Brian Daboll again. So we got our head coach being the offensive coordinator again, which is what he was hired for. We have our receivers looking well, our quarterback looking well, our defense better than it's ever been. And we're still going to come 4th in the division. Like, it's actually crazy, but, like, Giants have improved a lot to me, man. The Cowboys are a team that they might come 3rd in this division. Like it actually looked like that, bro. The way that the Commanders, who we're going to talk about in a little bit, been playing, and the Cowboys not having a run game at all. Like, I think their best option in the backfield it's CD Lamb when like I'm sorry, man. Like Rico Duato, bro. Like I'm sorry, man. You may as well just start using CD Lamb like he Debo or something, bro. And you just paid him, may as well, because that running back room is terrible. Um, Cowboys defense this year has been lackluster. I did not expect that.
I
I
did.
did really.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they lost Dan Quinn. They got Mike Zimmer. They didn't make any changes to the defense at all, which showed up late in the season last season where their running game was terrible. And yeah, I mean, they're in a new defensive coordinator situation. I think Dan Quinn is definitely a better defensive coordinator than Mike Zimmer. Yeah, I knew it, and then also Deron Bland has been out. They lost Stephon Gilmore. Yeah, they lost a few guys on defense. Honestly, yeah, I kind of knew this was gonna happen. I mean, they're not, and also they're not playing mediocre teams really. I mean, they did play the Giants, but bro, what was it? They played. Who did they lose to? They lost
The
to.
Ravens, the
Yeah,
Ravens,
obviously.
the Saints.
Those are those are the high level
Competitive
powered
team.
offenses
Yeah, those are competitive teams.
who rely on the run a lot.
Yeah.
And what are the Cowboys? They're the worst running defense in the league.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
been like this for the past couple of years. So now you're going to like who they play this? Who they playing this week? Oh, the Steelers. Steelers rely on the run a lot. So what's gonna happen? They're gonna lose.
Then losing against the Steelers for the Cowboys would be a bad look, man. I hope not.
I just don't think they're like that, bro. I mean, the offense is looking the same. They're relying on the pass a lot, which a lot of teams are just picking up on because the CD Lamb, that's it.
I
Love
mean,
CD
yeah.
Lamb.
CeeDee
I
Lamb
mean,
is their literally only weapon on offense, bro.
I like Jake Ferguson. I mean, he's okay.
He's not a number two, bro.
Brandon Cooks, he's on the shit end of his career. I mean,
Man, they gotta get another option out there, dude. Like it's actually bad because like their receiver room, in my opinion, right now is probably the worst in the league, bro. And they're a move away from becoming the best in the league. Like Devontae Adams, boom, you like automatically the best receiving core in the league, you know?
they can't afford him.
I mean, Deuce, no. They extended Dak and CD. Restructure their contract. If Jerry Jones said he all in, restructure their contract. You see, you have a huge hole in your run defense. You have a huge hole with no weapons because you weren't willing to pay Dak in the offseason. Fix that. If you're all in, if you don't, I just don't understand why you would pay Dak and not restructure him. If you see that there's holes on this team and your whole reason you extended him is because you're all in, it's inconsistent to me.
Yeah.
I don't understand what that team doing, man. CD Lamb is out there soloing, bro. It's actually bad because like we talked about the next best options being Brandon Cooks and Jake Ferguson, and that's a contending team. No, that is not what contenders do, man. Especially with a bad run defense. Not what you do. Yeah, that's it for Thursday night's game. The next game we have was Bengals versus Panthers, my lock of the week, and like they had to win. They lit. If they lost this game, Nick, I would have been on this episode. I would have been saying some hot shit. I would have been saying some hot shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean that defense is not looking good. Yeah. Other than that, offense is still like I feel like the offense is elite. It's just the defense. It's bad, bro. Um, yeah. They need to fix up that defense quick and now, or they're not doing shit, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Other than that, I mean, Andy Dalton should be the starter. Get rid of Bryce Young, put him in a better situation on a team. Like even bring him maybe to Miami. Shit, trade him Miami maybe, or even fucking or trade him somewhere. I mean, shit, somewhere that needs a QB. I mean, Miami, LA, the Rams, Raiders. Who else needs a QB? I'm trying to Titans.
I would just keep him, man. I really would. You took him pick one. Or just keep him. Build your own line. Yeah, it's not even bad. You just keep him and fix him somehow. I don't know. I'd rather just sit there and hold on. I'd rather just hold Bryce Young. Really.
Bro, because what their offense is doing is what they should have been doing with Bryce Young. And Andy Dalton's proving, I'm like that he deserves to be the starter there. I mean, I don't know what else is there more to say. I don't want to talk about this because it's the Panthers. Next game.
Yeah, shout out to the Bengals though. They did what they had to do, and we had to shout them out for beating the Panthers. Next game is the Saints versus Falcons. This was a good ass game, bro. Good game. Alvin Kamara had a tutty, 20 carries. Chris Olave is starting to find his groove, and Rashid Shaheed, he had that one bad game, and it looked like he's right back punching. Saints, even though they lost, like I said, this is a team that I do think. They're a real team, man. The Saints team is a real team to me. I also do think the Falcons are, and so is the Bucks. This division is gonna be a fun one. It's gonna come down to the last game of the season, honestly.
Yeah.
What you think about this game?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I like the NFC South between those three teams. Yeah, we were shitting on them all season, but before the season started. But yeah, this is gonna be a pretty fun division at the end of the season to see who's gonna win it. Yeah, I like the Bucks. They need to get the running game going a little bit, which I think they started to do a little bit against Philadelphia. I like Bucky Irving better than Rashad White. I feel like Rashad White's that passing running, like that receiver running back kind of. But yeah.
Yeah. The Falcons though, Bijan, he had 7 carries, which is kind of alarming because they also had Tyler Algier with 8 carries, and we already know how the Falcons use Bijan in the red zone. They just go away from him, so it's kind of scary that they giving the worst back more touches, but at the same time, Algier's a real good back himself. Um, that was something that we knew when they drafted Bijan, is that they just had a rookie who had 1,000 yards himself. But I think Bijan is such an impact in the passing game that he's still gonna have a role on the team. And Tyler Algier is their power back. It is kind of like, it's annoying because we know how good Bijan is, but it might be what's best for his career. Like just let him share the backfield with another running back who is capable of rushing for 1,000 yards, and this Falcons running game is going to be the best in the league for a couple years. Like they got a good O line and 2 running backs capable of going for 1,000 yards. Like I don't see a problem with that when especially one of them is as versatile as Bijan. It's similar to the Lions. You got David Montgomery, who's the power back, with Tyler Algier, and you have Bijan and Jahmyr Gibbs, who are your all-world backs. The only difference is Bijan has more power and Jahmyr has more speed. It's just a pick your poison. But yeah, the Falcons, it's unfortunate that Bijan's getting as little touches as he does because I have him in fantasy. But after that, bro, I understand it. Next game is the Jaguars versus the Texans. This is a game, bro. Every single game, bro, when I watch the Jaguars, I think, why isn't Doug Peterson fired yet? This is another game where they blew a lead. And the Texans, I was kind of scared for them. I was kind of scared for them. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn, they about to lose to the Jags. Like the way y'all made me look at the Jags differently, and like I see the Texans out here losing to them is wild. And the Jaguars, are currently projected to have the number 1 overall pick, and that would be like 3 out of 4 years where they had the first overall pick, and I don't like that. I think you got to tighten up, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what's wrong with this team, bro. Like, it's got to be the run game. It's got to. Because, like, they be having leads. I be watching Trevor Lawrence not do that. I'm sorry. I'm caping for him still. He went 18 for 33 and 169.
Yeah.
That's not all that. I'm caping for him still, bro. Like, they were up 17 to 17. And then it was, okay, 24 to Okay. No, I'm doing math bad. I suck. Okay, no. 13, 20. All right, so it was 20-17. Okay. Um, and then the Texans scored a touchdown in the fourth. I think the Jaguars are a team that's not capable of running the ball and like having the possessions for a long time. I'm gonna double check time of possession. Yeah, the Jaguars been losing time of possession a lot. Travis Etienne, dude, I'm gonna be honest, man. As good as he is, his upside and stuff,
Hmm.
I don't like his like down to down running back ability. Like
Yeah. Tank Bigsby been doing better than he has this season so far.
I don't. All I know is as a down to down running back, man, Etienne like scares me, dude. Like he does. I feel like I seen him fumble in the red zone multiple times, bro.
Definitely
Like
has.
he's nice. He's nice. I ain't gonna lie. Nice receiving back also.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at the Jaguars stats right now for all their games. They haven't won the time of possession once this season. And I feel like time of possession comes with a lot of your running back and your running game and being able to get easy yards and just relying on giving it to Etienne. And he was the first round pick. That's kind of what you wanted out of him. But, it's not happening. It ain't like just because he was a first round pick, it has to happen, but maybe that's what they need to upgrade, man. That run game and that defense. Brian Thomas, he's nice. He even played good in this game. Kirk is nice. I don't get it, bro. They just need a new coach and run game, bro. We'll see what they are because I'm caping for the Jaguars too much. The next game is the Vikings versus the Packers. This is a game where Jordan Love, he had a Jameis Winston performance. Jameis Winston was out there with how many yards did he have? Um, he had 389 yards with 4 touchdowns, 54 pass attempts, and 3 interceptions. Those interceptions was crazy. They said that Josh Jacobs and E-Man are gonna start sharing the backfield, which is kind of like whoa to me because Josh Jacobs been doing. I don't understand why teams hate giving him the RB1 role just blatantly. Like he deserves that. He had 9 carries for 51 yards, average 6 a carry, but they just want to give someone else touches. Whatever. Dontavian Wicks and Jaden Reed, they played really well. Jaden Reed is the wide receiver one of this team, and Tucker Kraft. Dude, I was talking to Packers fans saying I think I like him more than Luke Musgrave and Tucker Kraft has been pretty nice. If you are a owner on fantasy, I think Tucker Kraft is someone you should pick up. And another guy who you should probably pick up is Sam Darnold, bro. Sam Darnold been on one, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He's been. I know Sam Darnold been a parlay killer. That boy out here. Oh my goodness, 275, 3 tutties, and then Aaron Jones. I was watching the game. He was just running over them, bro. Like I didn't realize this was an Aaron Jones revenge game. I didn't know why I didn't think about that when like we were going over them. Yeah, but hey, shout out to Aaron Jones. What you thought about this game?
Yeah. They did come back. I'll give them that, but other than that, I mean, Vikings are just their offense is just way too high powered. Defense is elite. This is a contending team, bro. I have no words for it. I did not expect it at all. But
yeah,
I guess I mean, I get it. You can't even say like Kirk Cousins like was being
bad.
Yeah, because he's doing pretty good with Atlanta right now, but he was having a fucking MVP season before he got hurt last season. Yeah. Look at Sam Darnold now,
bro. Like I told you, average quarterback play, bro. You have average quarterback play with Justin Jefferson. Like all you got to do is give him the ball, be average, and he's gonna make you better. Like he's gonna turn you from average to good because you got honestly the best receiver in the league type shit. And
yeah,
Aaron Jones next to him, Jordan Addison is good, and the craziest part, Nick, TJ Hawkinson is hurt. So like when he comes back, this shit only easier. This shit only easier, bro. That's why when we were going over coaches of the year, did Kevin O'Connell. No, my pick was Andy Reid, but Kevin O'Connell was in my top 3. I know that for sure because the Vikings was a team that I didn't love them making the playoffs because the Packers and the Lions is in the division, but they're always a team that find a way to be competitive. And I think Kevin O'Connell is one of the best offensive coaches in the league, and I think Brian Flores is the best defensive coach in the league. And they have that duo. They every single week, the Vikings come into the game and most likely have a better coaching staff than you. Like, you know what I mean? On both sides. It's crazy. And the advantages those guys create for them. Shout out to the Vikings. Anything else you got to say about this game?
No.
Yeah.
About it.
Yeah, Jordan Love got to play better though. First game back though. Steelers versus the Colts. What you thought about this game?
Fuck the Steelers, bro.
Oh yeah,
parlay, bro.
Last leg too, man. That's tough. Joe Flacco, he ended up replacing Anthony Richardson though.
Yeah, Joe Flacco did look nice again, bro.
Yeah, he always does, bro. Like it's literally just the opportunity thing because he's 40 years old. Like right now, Joe Flacco is a top 32 quarterback in the league. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like he's 40 years old. Like who won him? Kind of like earlier what I said with Gino. He a top 10 quarterback, but like
yeah,
I'd rather have like everyone next to him type thing. Like yeah, just because of the age and stuff. But Anthony Richardson, dude, he past couple games are kind of iffy, you know.
Yeah.
But he got to stay healthy. Like I was telling you, bro, that's literally all I want from him. Stay healthy. Like we know he's a project, so just be a project. But to see it, you got to beat her. You know that's just what it is. All I want to do is see him play. Michael Pittman is really good though, and Josh Downs. So we're gonna see what this team come out to be. Latu, what did he do? Because he ain't been playing that much. Nope, he did nothing. That's unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, they felt like it, but you know who was doing something is Justin Fields.
Justin Fields, bro.
He been decent. He been decent, bro. Decent as hell. Pat Fryermuth been real good too. I'm actually gonna pick him up, bro. Pat Fryermuth been nice.
Yeah. Justin Fields. Let me say one thing about Justin Fields. Yeah, bro. This was like the first game to like where he didn't have to game manage because they weren't up the whole game. You know what I mean? And I think he showed a little bit that he could be that guy. You know, I like Justin Fields on the Steelers. If that defense is held up a little bit more, they would have won that game. But I like Justin Fields. You sit out Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson's career is done.
Yeah.
It's over. Just pack up your bags, retire, get your money from the Broncos, just retire, bro.
You know what I was thinking? You think Russ is the type of guy to have like so much pride that like him and the team went over the fact that like they changed their mind on who's starting and he just says he's hurt. Like he'd rather just be hurt than on the bench. You know what I mean?
I could see that. Yeah.
I was thinking that, bro, because like. I'm not saying I'm right, but just a thought. But if I'm wrong, maybe you could trade this guy. I don't know, like to the Dolphins.
Yeah,
I mean Tyreek Hill moonballs to Russ. Tyreek Hill moonballs. That's an upgraded Tyler Lockett.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean if Russ and I think Russ is solid, bro. Actually, the Dolphins should do that, man. Just trade for Russ, and the Steelers they gonna get what, a third. Or is that too much? Nah, that's too much for us.
I'd probably say like a fourth, maybe at most.
Yeah, but yeah, go ahead and trade for us, Miami. Well, why not? You got Tyler Huntley back there. You don't even want to give him the ball. Should have just traded for us. He's on a cheap contract too.
Yeah.
Next game we got is the Rams versus the Bears. This is a game.
Bad game. We don't even got to talk about it, bro.
All right, I was not tapped into this game at all, my boy. Was not tapped in, but what I was tapped into and what I do love watching is the Buccaneers for some reason. And shout out to Tom Brady, who was announcer in this game. He showed like he with the teams that he wanted to go to. The Bears was the other team on his paper. Yeah. Like that's tough that they only offered him $10 million though. Like stupid ass Bears, and now they've been struggling finding quarterbacks. You know.
Yep.
Um,
Definitely.
besides that, Nick, we had a conversation that wasn't live, and dude, all that's been happening is everything I said. Jalen Hurts is overrated, dog. Like he is so like he's in such a great scenario, and people would tell me he better than Joe Burrow a couple years ago. That used to get me so mad, man. When I'm over here trying to have a conversation about the NFL, and people telling me Jalen Hurts better than Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts better than Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts is not better than Kyler Murray. Jalen Hurts is on the level of Jordan Love. Like I'm being honest, man. Jalen Hurts is who you haters think Lamar Jackson is. You haters who talk about Lamar Jackson like he's a running back, that's Jalen Hurts. I think Lamar Jackson is one of the best pocket passers in the league.
Yeah,
Oh,
100%.
okay. Oh, but no matter what, as an athletic quarterback, out of all the dual threats, I think Kyler Murray and like Lamar's a top 5 pocket passer. Jalen Hurts is not, man. Jalen Hurts is running back.
Yep.
He throws willy wobbly balls. He makes bad decisions, and they just run him. Like, yeah, look, if you see Jalen Hurts has a lot of touchdowns and use that as a stat to show how good he is, I want you to, after that, go to DeAndre Swift touchdowns, go to Saquon Barkley touchdowns. Look at his running backs. A lot of these touchdowns are on the one. And you know
Yep.
what the Eagles do on the one. So don't tell me because he gets touchdowns rushing, he's somebody. The whole reason y'all be crying about that play is because y'all think it's so like unstoppable. And then you're gonna give him all the credit in the world because he does the play. Like, I don't get that, bro. Jalen
Yeah.
Hurts, he is a good quarterback. And I would prefer Jalen Hurts over Daniel Jones. I would want him on my team. But I don't think those two guys are as far as y'all believe, man. I don't think so, man. Like Jalen Hurts is better, but it's closer than y'all think. And put Daniel Jones on the best O line with multiple wide receiver ones. We see what he looks like with one wide receiver one in the mid O line. Like, I'm not saying I'm all high on Daniel Jones. I'm a Giants fan, and I'm not. But I'm just saying, like, Jalen, man, let me stop. Let's talk about the game. Jalen Hurts though, 158 yards and a touchdown passing. And then he had 8 rushes, 20 yards, and a touchdown rushing. And of course, Saquon has 0 rushing touchdowns. And while he was having 8 yards per carry. But while Saquon was having 8 yards a carry, he only had 10 attempts. You know, like
Yeah.
that's that to me, I'm sorry. I understand I'm throwing the blame on Jalen Hurts when that's an offensive coordinator's job. But in my opinion, that's also Jalen Hurts' job. He could call an audible. He could see, hey, Saquon is rushing for eight yards every time. Well, let me hand it off to him on the read option. But nah,
Yeah.
he gonna keep it, and be a running back, because that's what he's best at. That's what he's best at, and I agree with him. But there's a better running back on your team, believe it or not. Now, Eagles though, team that I'm scared about, team that I'm worried for. I don't know who finishes 4th in the NFC East, but I'm gonna tell you this: it's not the Commanders. I don't know
Yeah.
who's Eagles, bro. Like Jaden Daniels, bro. He could we could as a passer, he's better than Jalen Hurts. All right. Dak Prescott as a passer. Jalen Hurts is the worst passing quarterback in his division. I think Daniel Jones is a better passer than Jalen Hurts.
100%.
Like, what? I'm not saying that means he's not like a good quarterback. Like I said, he top 15. He top 15 in this whole episode. I've been preaching about what average quarterback play does.
Yeah.
But I don't think Jalen Hurts has average quarterback play. Let me stop. But like it's average. It's average,
Yeah.
bro. Like his running game is elite though. Like running though, he got it, bro. Like he got it. That boy is elite at running the ball. The Buccaneers though, Baker Mayfield is a better passer than Jalen Hurts. Bro, Baker Mayfield, dude, when you look back at it, on the Browns, he was scapegoated like hell. And I remember that season where OBJ was like, oh my God, Baker Mayfield sucked. Oh, yeah, Baker Mayfield sucks. I understand he had a right shoulder injury and he played through it because the team was so mad at him that he wasn't playing.
Yeah.
And like he said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go pop these pills. I'm gonna take these shots and I'm gonna play for y'all." And what did they do? They
But
paid Deshaun Watson the biggest contract in NFL history after that. And then now look, Baker Mayfield has been better than him every single season, making the playoffs and winning playoff games. Baker Mayfield is another one of those average quarterbacks. I
yeah.
think as a passer, he's actually above average, bro. And like his charisma on the team and all of that. Baker Mayfield really, really good, bro. It's the consistency thing. Like, is he gonna do this? If he does this the whole year again, I'm gonna be having Baker Mayfield in conversations that I shouldn't. I'm gonna be honest, because when I watch, bro, I'm so real. Watching Bucks highlights is one of my favorite things to do. Like the Buccaneers, bro, they is such a well-oiled machine on offense. Who's their offensive coordinator? Like this was a guy who I need to know who are you, bro? Like they just do everything right on the offensive side of the ball. Liam Cohen, okay, I do remember Liam Cohen. This is his
Yeah.
first, yeah, this is his first year with the team, and he came from the Los Angeles Rams. He used to be their offensive coordinator, so it makes sense that a guy under Sean McVay is doing this because he looked like he coached under Sean McVay for a while because that is exactly how the Bucks run. Um, Eagles, we already talked about them. Their defense is still good though. Their defense is nice, but they allowed the Bucks to score 33, which isn't good. AJ Brown has been out, so like I'll let them slide a little bit with that. But what did you think about this game? I've been yapping a lot.
What the
The Bucks Eagles.
Bucks Eagles? Man, shit.
Hey, Nick Sirianni, he's on his last couple of days.
Yeah, yeah. I I don't disagree with Jalen Hurts like crazy, but I like it's kind of with every quarterback, bro. Like if you don't got weapons, your quarterback's not gonna really perform that well in a way, you know.
Yeah,
Except you're in unless you're an elite quarterback. I don't think Jalen Hurts is an elite quarterback. I think he's middle of the pack quarterback. He passes to AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, who were
both
really
hurt.
good wide receivers. Yeah, I mean, I'm 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 not too sold on the Eagles. I mean, everybody's getting a recipe for Saquon Barkley now. Um, well, we'll see what happens though, man.
Yeah, and for Eagles fans, I would like to add on. This is something I felt about Jalen Hurts for a while. I've actually watched him a lot. I remember his coming out game against the Saints. Like I do watch football. I'm not just sitting here hating on Jalen Hurts because I'm a Giants fan. If you're an Eagles fan and want to say that to Cope, go ahead. But nah, this man is overrated, and you know it. He's had a Super Bowl roster how many times in his career? And he's wait, how many years in? Like, yeah, I understand. You can tell me AJ Brown and Devonta Smith hurt. Yeah, I understand that. But you know what that does now? That puts him in a similar scenario as Daniel Jones his whole career. He has Saquon Barkley in the backfield, and the only difference is that the Eagles have a better defense, a better O line, and Jalen Hurts has worse production. I've seen Daniel Jones do the same shit as Jalen Hurts and have better production. Only difference is Daniel Jones has a real big problem with staying on the field. Like,
Yeah.
you got it. Daniel Jones has the same running shit. It's not as powerful, but he's faster. And like,
Mhm.
and like, you still have the QB multiplier with Daniel Jones. And I don't know. You can nitpick who's the better passer. It's a conversation to me. It's a conversation. Maybe I'm going too long. I'm having a Daniel Jones versus Jalen Hurts conversation, but like I'm so dead ass, bro. I never thought he was a top 10 quarterback, bro. Like not even top 5. Even after the Super Bowl season, we were talking about if that team was a super team. Like
No.
I ain't gonna forget that, man. Like that team was so good. We were like, bro, this random rookie quarterback who they took in the second round and who can't even throw the ball is like balling for these boys because like nobody could stop them. They're that good. Run game
Yeah.
crazy. Always been a running team. And then AJ Brown, when he does come back, they are gonna look better. But like Daniel Jones looks better with Malik Neighbors. Like of course, but showing me that Jalen Hurts is not a riser, but he could, but not consistently.
Mm-hmm.
The next game is the 49ers Patriots. We already talked about the 49ers Patriots, not the team we want to talk about over here. The Chiefs versus the Chargers. This is a game where Buddy got hurt because Mahomes ran into him, which is so unfortunate because the Chiefs are down 3 receivers now.
Yeah.
Or they're down. He was the receiver one. Why am I like blanking on his name? Rasheed Rice was the receiver one.
Yeah.
And before he was the receiver one, Marquise Brown was the receiver one. And like both of them
Mm-hmm.
out for the season. Xavier Worthy, we're gonna step up to the plate with Travis Kelsey. It seems like maybe the Chiefs are a team that makes a move for wide receiver now because they suffered 2 season-ending injuries. But this is exactly why I love that Xavier Worthy pick because this team had no needs but wide receiver. That's why I was like, bro, I'm not even mad that they signed one and drafted one because
Yeah.
honestly, now they could use another one again, literally. So shout out to them because while they signed one, drafted one, the other one who they had in Rasheed Rice, who was solidified on their team, he had like a court case going on that we had nothing ideally of what was going on. So kind of cool that not cool, but like kind of crazy that he got hurt because like he really wasn't even supposed to be playing, fam. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's tough. Now he's out for the season. Browns versus Raiders, another bad game. Bills versus Ravens. We actually need to talk about this. This is the last game we're gonna
Mhm.
talk about. Then we're gonna get into the pickums and stuff.
Yeah.
This game was bad. I mean, first play of the game, Derrick Henry, Derrick Henry taking this shit home, bro. Like you let them boys know off rip what type of game it was gonna be, but kind of makes me feel better. Not kind of. It does make me feel better about the Ravens. I know who they're gonna be now. They're gonna be exactly who I thought. It's just what's their ceiling and who's healthy. That's kind of
Yeah.
what it is for the Ravens. What's their ceiling because of health? I'm sorry, like the Ravens, they are a contender, but I think they're a
Yeah.
contender that benefits from other teams like the Chiefs not having receivers. Um, Bills, Josh Allen, bro. He I don't care, bro. I understand he ain't play all that crazy this game. Would you still have him like number one for MVP?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it was just a bad game, man.
Yeah, I agree. Before we get on to our pickums, Leaf, what you thought about the Packers game versus the Vikings?
I thought that the fact that Jordan Love was able to play 2 weeks before he was supposed to be reevaluated because
Mhm.
that was the length of the injury absolutely explains that if you paid $200 million, basically organizations don't give a damn. They need you out there. And the interceptions that he threw is basically telling me that he's scared to re-injure that MCL because it was a bruised MCL, and a bruised MCL takes minimum 5 weeks to reevaluate. Malik Willis had every right to he had every right to play that game. He had every right to be in that game, and I thought with the way that game went, I thought that game would have went entirely differently had he played because the Minnesota Vikings are a team that's known to get hot early in the season and then fizzle out. I thought the game went how I knew the game was gonna go how it would go with the interceptions because that's what happens when you're afraid to get re-injured, and that's
Yeah,
what happens when you need your money. When you're looking for guaranteed money in the NFL, you're gonna try to stay on the field how whichever way you can. So that's why 4 touchdowns and 3 interceptions took place. We made it a game down the stretch, but to me, it really wasn't about the game. It was the fact that Malik Willis wasn't allowed to play for the simple fact that somebody was getting paid $220 million for the next 4 years, and it wasn't him. And that's the reality of the NFL. But I'm not the reason why I'm mad about it is because why is Jordan Love being rushed back in week 4?
Yeah,
Like
that's kind of
that
desperate.
don't make any sense to any. If you watch football on any scale, any football fan, you don't even have to be a Packers fan to know that that is just not smart at all. Like that, like what's the point of that? But the organization made a decision. Matt LaFleur, I guess, made a decision, co-signed it, and that was that. Well, I would think as a community-owned team, we would have Malik Willis would have had a chance to play that game, but I don't know. Malik Willis, I guess he looked too much like Lamar Jackson or whatever. So I don't know.
um,
So
I do hate that for the Packers. You know why? Because to me, you ask what does it show? It shows fear. It shows that in week 4, you're panicking because the Vikings are on to a hot start and you're willing to risk Jordan Love's career because of a week 4 game. It shows me if I'm the Vikings and after winning this game, I'm bumping my chest like, yeah, them niggas scared of me. Them niggas scared of me and we beat them. Like, yeah,
that's exactly what you do if you're the Vikings.
yeah,
Because
like,
and the reason why you do it with not only having one of the top, if not the best defense in the league, but now you allow Sam Darnold to play with basically 25% of the football field. Nobody in this world, you can't even give me the last quarterback that threw multiple touchdowns in back-to-back games and didn't have over 250 yards when he did it. You cannot name them. You're gonna have to dig deep in the history books to name the quarterback that was able to throw multiple 2 to 3 touchdown games, back-to-back games against Houston and against us, and did not throw over 200, 220 yards in those games, because that's what Sam Darnold did. And we all know Sam Darnold was not like that.
I mean,
We all know it.
look, I agree with you. Sam Darnold is not like that, but something we've been talking about this whole episode, average quarterback play. And I think he's like a below average quarterback who has like the best offensive mind next to him. Kevin O'Connell, right? The Vikings
Right.
coach. He's not the best, but I think he's a top 5 offensive mind. And when you have a top 5 offensive mind, Justin Jefferson, and an average quarterback, you could have a season like the Dolphins did last year. That was their formula. Mike McDaniel, Tyreek Hill, average quarterback. Average quarterback can do a lot, bro. Because
I agree with you, but like Sam Darnold to Tua, bro, come on, that's basically spoiled milk to almond milk, bro. Like, come on, if we really
Tua is better. No, Tua is better. I agree with you. There's a ceiling with Sam Darnold, but there's also a ceiling with Tua. I'm not gonna lie.
I think the ceiling with Tua was just health. I don't think I've always joked and said he's an arena football player realistically, but like the physicality of the NFL, he's not ready for. You know what I'm saying? So like, but you are right about the Minnesota Vikings having a great offensive mind, and also having if I'm not mistaken, Brian Flores, who told us about Tua, who told us Tua wasn't the guy, who was trying to tell us Tua wasn't the guy. In the minute, and the Miami Dolphins says, "Screw you, Tua is the guy, man. You get up out of here. We're gonna blackball you, and then you go somewhere else." And now the Vikings got the top defense in the league right now, and Justin Jefferson is looking like the greatest wide receiver since sliced freaking bread.
yeah. Justin Jefferson, nice, but I disagree with you with the black ball part. That's kind of where I was gonna get at with Brian Flores last week, but I just ignored it. As a Dolphins fan, I did not like Brian Flores. First of all, Mike McDaniel is just a better coach, and what the Dolphins needed was somebody to help out Tua, who Brian Flores was right, had a bad rookie year. So what should we do to help out our young quarterback? Keep the defensive-minded head coach who's saying, fuck this nigga, or hire an offensive-minded coach who's coming from the 49ers. I mean, it wasn't a bad move. Brian Flores, like I said, is the best defensive coordinator in the game. But I'm going to be honest, that situation kind of showed me, like, you can't tweak about some stuff. You know what I mean? Like, what he was saying, I get it. But also, you got to be a bigger man. I get it, but yeah, Brian Flores, shout out to him. I hope he does get a head coaching job one day because I think he'd be one of the best coaches in the league. It's just not what the Dolphins needed. Like the Bengals, I think he should go coach the Bengals. The Bengals don't need an offensive coordinator that's going to help out Joe Burrow. What the Bengals need is a defense to help out Joe Burrow. You get Brian Flores as they head coach, and the thing is, as a defensive coordinator, the reason a lot of those guys don't get a head job, you have to have an offensive coordinator that comes with you as the leader. You know what I mean? And most teams are looking for offensive coaches instead of defensive. That's just what it is. It's every single defensive coordinator. Look at Bill Belichick. I'm not saying he's the best, but like he's still an elite defensive coordinator. But nobody just wants that. That it's the ceiling. It's the ceiling thing.
You know what? I agree with you. I think turning defensive coordinators into head coaches in today's day and age has been proven, and even in the last 10 to 15 years, has proven not to work in the NFL.
Yeah.
Because the thing is like these offenses, they believe in somebody with sort of a McVay type of mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I understand that. But in the case of Brian Flores with your Miami Dolphins, I think it's fair. I think it's more than fair to admit that everything that he was trying to tell us in the years that y'all was trying to get Joe Burrow and they was telling him to throw games, and he wasn't about that.
Yeah.
In the year that y'all was trying to get y'all could have had Herbert. Y'all could have had
I think was Tua drafted before Herbert? It was like one spot difference.
If I had to remember, I want to say Herbert might have been drafted before him.
I think they were like pick 5 and 6. they
Right.
were literally
Something like I don't
6.
even remember, but
Yeah, it was like right
the
there.
quarterbacks that y'all had legitimate chances at, and then somehow, some way, and all of them had great rapport with Brian Flores as a defense coordinator. Like you talking about quarterbacks that had good rapport with a defensive coordinator like Brian Flores. Almost everybody from other teams liked his rapport and liked his rapport around the league. So when I go back and look at that in that particular case, and I'm gonna move from that and get back to the Packers situation in a minute. My thing is that I truly believe the Miami Dolphins front office really, really fumbled at the 1 yard line. They really, really did.
They
I can't say, because everything that you just explained to me and talk about when you talk about Brian Flores would be good for Cincinnati. They needed a defense. Whatchamacallit, he's good for Minnesota right now. Look at their defense right now. Look at an average quarterback. If I'm not mistaken, isn't that borderline the same thing he could have did for the Miami Dolphins?
The problem with him is he was the leader of the team and he did the stupidest shit I've ever saw. That was the day I said, "You're fired." I told him he's fired. He hired 2 coordinators. We had a passing game coordinator and a run game coordinator. I was like, he was the first coach to ever do that shit. He said is, "I need so much fucking help on the offensive side. I'm getting 2 of y'all." Why the fuck do we need you then? You feel like you need that much help? No, nigga.
He did do that, and I think I always said when he did that specific thing, I don't say he did that on his own. I feel like the front office had a hand in that.
Maybe.
I felt like the front office had somewhat of a hand in that. That it seemed like a sabotage to me, and it got painted as, oh, Brian Flores, need him and he need him, and I don't think that was the case. But we'll never know until the documentary come out.
Yeah, we'll know one day. We'll know one day.
We'll know one day. But I mean, I thought I still think Brian Flores was onto something over there, but he didn't get a chance to display it. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say to end that. But in terms of our game, I think it was you're absolutely right. If you're the Minnesota Vikings, you bumping your chest saying, "Yo, we got another game against these dudes, man. They can't beat us. They scared us. Look who they just put out on the field against us. They willing to get the $200 million man injured and shorten his career in order to just say, all right, man." And me personally, I strongly believe that was the plan. Now, put Jordan Love out there. if he get hurt, we got Malik Willis. I strongly believe that. I mean, and the thing is, I've been saying this the past couple of weeks. Malik Willis is the best athlete that we ever had at the quarterback position in the history of Packers history. The history ever. He's the best athlete we ever had at the quarterback position. Better than Aaron Rodgers, better than Brett Favre, better than Starr, better than anybody we ever had. And he proved that in those last 2 games where you got a quarterback that is able to put pressure on the defense, they're able to improv and able to extend plays and able to control the game with just 15 or 19 passes.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, who does that?
And especially with Josh Jacobs, what's up with him?
I don't know, man. Josh Jacobs, bro. Listen, we ran Josh Jacobs 36 times against Indianapolis. You would have thought he was goddamn Earl Campbell. The way he was running the damn ball, bro. Like he had that breakout game. We ran him less than that the week after. So okay, the running game is like a little bit stiff. And then this past week we go up against Aaron Jones, who looked a little bit better than he looked in a long time since he was with us. I don't understand why. I understand why we gave up Aaron Jones, but I don't understand why we gave him up that quick. He ain't really want that much money. He really didn't, man. Like the market for running backs, you could stack up your team with 3 running backs that could be premier running backs on your team, and nobody would blink an eye. Nobody would know it as long as you're running the ball. As long as your offense, because most of these offensive lines is running is run block offensive lines. They want to move. They don't want to stand still. They want to move up the field. It's one of the reasons why the quarterback play is the way it is, because teams would rather run and tote the goddamn pill.
Yeah. Josh Jacobs had less than 10 rushes though. That to me is just like not the right choice, especially like
it's nowhere near the right choice.
Yeah, Jordan Love, his first game back, he supposed to like lean in on the run game.
Why is Jordan Love throwing 50? Why are y'all trying to turn Jordan Love into the next great Packer quarterback? Like, you supposed to let it happen.
Yeah.
When Aaron Rodgers would hear it just happened. He had the arm talent. He had the quarterback ability. It was things you couldn't teach him. He already knew. Brett Favre, it was things you couldn't teach him. He already knew. Why are y'all still trying to push something from Jordan Love that's saying, oh, we could throw 50-something passes a game and win this game? Yeah, we lost by 2, but don't try to push we lost by 2 at one point, but don't try to push the envelope and thinking Jordan Love can end up being Brett Favre or Aaron Rodgers. He is nowhere near their level. He can be someday with proper learning, but you have to keep the training wheels on it until it's organically ready to come off.
Yeah.
You can't keep pushing shit like that.
Yeah. I know exactly how you feel because or onto the NBA, but I'm watching the Celtics series in the first round this year. I knew we weren't gonna win, but I was just so mad seeing Jaime be the primary ball handler with like two minutes left, and then he turned the ball over 3 times in a row, and like they just give it to him again. I'm like, bitch, this the playoffs, nigga. Get his ass on the bench, bro. It's 2 minutes left, and we had a lead, and then we started getting blown out because he had like 3 turnovers in a row trying to be the primary initiator. No, Spo, stop that. Stop pushing agendas. Stop thinking Jaime is the next number 1 option. Tyler Hero's right there. Bam Adebayo was right there. Give them
Tyler Hero in that series, at least in a couple of games, I thought the way to talk about that a little bit, bro. Like, and we want to move back to football. I thought the Miami Heat situation is like a seesaw. You know, 1 minute y'all got Jimmy, y'all don't have Tyler. Then next minute y'all got Tyler, y'all don't have Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? And I think if I know Pat Riley, he is at his boiling point. Yeah. He's at his boiling point, bro. Like with Jimmy and with Tyler, and thinking to himself, like, yo, this is not how I run things. This is not how Udonis Haslam lasted here for all them years with the culture of this. I'm pushing that. yo, I need this shit to stay straight. Yo, what y'all gonna do? And I understand. Bam is one of those people that's in. I believe that's in. Khalil Ware is a steal in this draft. I'm gonna
Yep.
say it again. Khalil Ware is a steal.
Yep.
And they need to make him look like one of the biggest steals in this draft.
I think Khalil, the reason he's so valuable, I think he's a starter for us because he's the only way. All right, Spoelstra yesterday at Media Day, he said he wants to see Tyler Hero, Terry Rozier, Jimmy Butler, and Bam play together and see how that works and who's going to be the final guy to plug all that in. And Bam at the 4, Bam playing power forward is the only way that fits. Like
I agree. I agree.
You have to put Jimmy
I
at
agree.
small forward. You have to put Tyler Hero at shooting guard. You have to put Rozier at
Yes.
Like, yeah, you can't.
I
Bam has to be
absolutely,
a
I
problem.
100% agree.
Yeah,
I think Bam at the power forward has been such a long time coming.
yeah.
And by the way, that division is
Orlando.
that division is, even though it's the way it is, bro. I'll be honest with you. I think Washington is going to be better than a lot of people predicted. I honestly do.
Nah.
All right. Okay. I'm just ending with saying that, bro. If Washington if Washington at February is around 30 something wins, don't tell me I told you so.
My thing for this season is I think Khalil Ware is going to be a starter. Like if he's it's deeper than, I'm not saying he's as talented as other starters, but he's going to allow us to put Bam at power forward and like he can just sit in the paint and Bam in the Jaren Jackson role. Like as long as Khalil Ware is 7 foot, shoot threes and block shots and grabs rebounds. That's literally all he needs.
Yeah. He can do that.
We come from one of the smallest to one of the biggest teams in the league now with Bam at 4 too.
With Khalil Ware, I think changes some things. Just
changes
in terms
the trigonometry.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Like how I said, the Thunder need to move their depth chart up. That's what the Heat are doing, and they're moving it up a lot, boy. Like from Chet to the 4, we gonna put Bam to the 4. Yeah.
Hey, Nick, man, not to move the subject, but the ass whooping that y'all put on the Bucks last week, I did not see that shit coming.
I did. I did.
Because I know a couple of Bucks fans, and I was running a couple of pages of like on the Sunday games with them and everything, and it was like, yo, you see this shit that's going on? I was like, yo, y'all secondary is busted, bro. Like that's why it's going on. What were you talking about?
It's that, and also the Broncos have the best, like one of the best passing like defenses in the league. Like they're either 1 or 2, and also the Bucks rely on the pass a lot, like how the Cowboys rely on the pass.
They do for some odd reason they do. I don't understand why. So, Baker Mayfield has never been that guy. Like
he's solid.
So like if you really think about it, like it wasn't it, and like the Bucks got a mediocre defense. Like they're not a terrible defense, but they're.
I mean, but their secondary, without their secondary, their defense got holes in it. It's a definite. But that was ass whooping, bro. I didn't watch another Bronco game or Bronco highlight since. It was a lot of ass whoopings that took place this past week, man. I thought we were gonna get blown out. We made a game out of it, but I still think Malik Willis should have played that game. The Buffalo Bills, they look like the team that I predicted they were going to be coming into the season because they absolutely got stomped. They got Derrick Henry to death, bro. That shit was just brutal. That shit was just brutal. Cincinnati, I think they finally won a game.
Yeah.
Seattle, I never took Seattle seriously as a 3-0 team. Never.
No, they're looking good. They're looking good though, bro. Like if you really think about it, it's just the Lions are just top tier team, bro. Like it is what it is.
The Lions is a top tier team. But the surprise of the season is the Commanders. Jaden Daniels, and I don't know if we ever talked about him, but Jaden Daniels. Oh man, yo.
Yep.
Man, Jaden, listen. I said. The Washington Commanders have a quarterback. It's the first time in a long time
Yep.
I haven't felt this way since RG3. I
said-
really
I
haven't
said,
felt
I
this
said
way.
this last week on the pod, more. Remember I said
Bro,
this?
I haven't felt this way since RG3, Ma. And I listen, I hope that they could put a line together, because this kid, he seems smart enough to get rid of the ball and make
Yeah.
the right decisions, man. Like, he's not risky. He's not going out there doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what Washington's schedule is left, man. I know we did the predictions and the schedules before the season, man. I gotta remember watching the schedule, but they gonna have to get a damn offensive line.
I mean, they gonna play the Browns, the Ravens, the Browns, the Ravens, the Panthers, Ravens, Panthers, Bears, Giants. I mean, look, we talked about them this episode, and we're gonna do our picks, and we're gonna talk about them some more, bro. Somebody is gonna finish fourth in the NFC East, and it's not gonna be the Commanders. That's all I know.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Mhm.
I don't know who it's gonna be, but the Commanders and Jaden Daniels look nice, bro.
Yeah, they definitely do. I think Dallas and Philly, they played around so much, and I think they lived off of talent for so long. They had everything in the trenches on both offense and defense, on the O lines and D lines. Dallas doesn't have that anymore.
Yeah.
Philly barely has that. Like it's
Ah.
basically
I
what
think
Philly
his
is
problem
basically
is that man who's hiking the ball. I'm not hiking the ball. Jalen Hurts, like, he's not as good as y'all think, bro.
yeah, but and it goes back to what I was saying. They had everything in the trenches on both offense and offensive line and defensive line to basically counteract anything that the talent aspect of the team couldn't make up. Basically, all of their wins is either Saquon or bust. It's really that. If you really look at down the stretch in a lot of them games, it's either Saquon or bust. It's either Saquon look like the best running back in the league or he don't.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. And the ass whooping that Tampa put on them, bro, basically explains, bro, like, y'all don't have everything in the trenches and the fundamentals of y'all team that y'all used to have. So y'all need to figure out a way to get back to that, because the talent portion of y'all team is struggling right now to make
The health too, but
yeah. But I mean, yeah, man. So it was a lot of games. It was a lot of games the week before last week, man. That was just ass whoopings, man. We wasn't losing to no dude, man, that put mayonnaise in his coffee, bro. We was not doing it. So I never was concerned about that game. But the Minnesota Vikings defense is for real.
yeah.
I pray for anybody that's playing them, because what they did to the Houston Texans, that shit was a mess.
I agree.
They made CJ look like he was still in college, bro. Like, for real.
Let's move on to our Week 5 NFL pick'ems. We're going to be picking who we think is going to win all of these games, and then we're going to be ending the episode. Start us off with the Buccaneers versus the Falcons. This is a good game. Leaf, who you got winning?
Falcons at home. I joke. You know what? Every offseason, I joke about the Falcons winning the division just for some reason, and I'm gonna go with the Falcons in this game, because I was told that the Falcons have the team to win this division. They won that game against the Saints. That was a big win for them, and now it's time to exercise the rest of the division. You got to win this game. I think they need to win this game, and I think it's important that they win this game at home. I don't think Tampa is with their secondary is capable of running the gauntlet like they did this past week. I got the Falcons to win this game by a field goal.
The Falcons are favored by 1.5 points.
I got them by a field goal.
I don't know, man. The Bucs run defense, where are they ranked at? Because I know they still got like Vita Vea, who I think is great at run stopping.
Yeah, they do. But I think what's going to be challenged is that their secondary is going to be challenged, and their secondary could be challenged. I think.
Which team?
Tampa's secondary is going to be challenged, because
I think the Falcons secondary has a bigger challenge.
Yeah, you might be right. You might be right. You might be right. You
Yeah,
might be right.
Yeah, these teams. Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. Both teams, they corners do got. There's a lot of good receivers in this game. I'm not gonna lie.
And there ain't that many good corners. I ain't gonna
Really,
lie.
honestly,
Wide receivers. If you got wide receivers in your parlays in this game, take them, bro. Like, take somebody from each go to wide receiver from each team for a touchdown.
My
Like
lock,
at
my
least.
lock of the week. My lock of the week. Kyle Pitts over 30.5 yards.
lock you.
Lock.
What?
It's my lock of the week. Watch
Kyle
it.
Locking,
Pitts?
wait. You locking Kyle Pitts for 30 yards?
Watch it happen, bro.
I might just go on the under. Like you just gave me a something I like. 30 yards is a lot for Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, that might be a lot for him.
Listen.
I might go with 28, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Listen, he didn't have a good game last week, right?
So
You
that
gotta
means
look
he's
at-
due for one.
You got he's due for one.
No.
He's due for one. Listen. He's due for one, and also you gotta look at it this way too. Last two times he's played the Bucks. Last two times he played the Bucks, he had 47 and 57. Bucks are ranked 17th worst against tight ends and receiving yards also. So you got
Well, listen. Shout out to Tony Pollard, man, who got me paid late in the game and late in that game yesterday, bro. Shout out to Tony Pollard, man. Got me
You know what I'm looking? What I'm looking at?
$120.
What I'm looking at for this game is the over on total points. 43.5. That means both teams need like 21 points. I mean,
yeah. So I got the Falcons 24-21.
yeah, I ain't even say who I got winning yet. Oh man. You said the Bucks. Where's the Bucks run defense ranked, Nick? Like, I'm pretty sure if they're a good run defense, I'm gonna go with the Bucks, and they're underdogs in this game.
Let me see. They are ranked 15 against running backs.
So they're mid.
Does that mean that they're due for a good game, or does that mean
that's a good question?
They're both teams are middle in the pack against their run.
Yeah, that's a good question.
So all right. So who realistically is a better run defense?
Yeah, that's why I was pulling up the depth chart, like as you asked, because like I have the same question.
Who has the capability of being a better run defense?
I mean, Vita Vea says enough for me, bro. I don't see who the Falcons got on their side. Kalijah,
Grady
Levante, great. I mean, I guess, bro. These are both like middle of the pack teams, run wise, man. I get it. Yeah, they are. Ain't no crazy stoppers because Kalijah can't see. Yeah, he's next to Vita Vea.
I mean, but one of these teams is gonna win the division, right?
Most likely. The Saints are fighters also, but like
I think the Saints are the pretenders. I think they got a great defense, and that's it. That's like, I don't know. There's something about the Saints I don't trust, bro. Do y'all really trust Carr?
Yeah, that's what it is. Did you trust Derek Carr or not? And I do not.
I don't think the Saints. I think if there's a pretender, it's the Falcons. The Falcons are the ones who have the expectations. The Falcons are the ones who, like Leaf said, I'm told they're gonna win this shit. You better. The hell, like this is a mid-ass division, and you have the most talented team. But like, they giving Bijan 7 touches last game. Like Tyler Algier had more touches than Bijan. Kyle Pitts had 0 touches.
And they still won the game. But I get what you're saying. Like in terms of talent. Yeah. It should happen, but I think the problem is that, especially in that division, we lean on talent to get them somewhere far. But I don't think the Atlanta Falcons really have the fundamental side of their team situated yet. Like when we talk about their defense and where their run defense and their pass defenses is ranked. That's when the fundamental side of the game comes in. Like I think if it's a talent division, and based on talent, they should win. But we all know talent don't really get you that far.
You know what I'm saying? So like the Buccaneers, I think this had some setbacks with injuries, and I think they're still capable of getting right with those injuries and ended up winning the division again. The reality is that the Falcons, they need important pieces and important fundamentals to put around their talent players so that they could look much better than what they are, and they don't have to have Bijan out there doing most of the work, and their wide receivers and their tight ends and all of their weapons doing all the work and everything. So
Yeah.
Yeah, both these teams are mediocre defenses. I agree with you, Leaf.
I
It's gonna
mean,
come down.
but which team is
It's
like
gonna come
real?
down to a field goal.
I mean, but the question is, which team realistically is a mediocre defense? Is it Tampa because they're hurt, or is it
It's
Atlanta?
literally both. Now both of these are mediocre. If anything, the
I think
Falcons
I
are
think
like a good defense.
Tampa is a much better defense than where they are. They just got hurt.
I think the Falcons they have the best safety duo in the league. I think AJ Terrell is really good. They secondary is tough. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm gonna go with the damn. They secondary tough. I'm going with the Falcons.
I'm going with the Bucks. I just trust Baker
Yeah,
more at this point than I do Kirk Cousins, and yeah, leave it at
and the
that.
thing about
I'm gonna go with the
AJ,
Falcons, bro, because this is a game that's gonna establish them before the because late in the season
big game.
late in the season they're gonna have issues, bro. If they don't win this game right here,
Yep.
then they ain't gonna never win the division.
Because the Bucks they're gonna go be 4-1 instead of 3-2, and they're gonna be
Exactly.
2-4. Like that's huge. That's a 2-game difference. And the reason I like the Bucks, it's because AJ Terrell is one guy, and Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are two people. Chris Godwin, I talked about their safety duo is elite, but what about like their front seven? Like Chris Godwin's a slot, like I'm on raw. So like you really got to cover him from underneath. What the fuck is safety gonna do? Unless they like throw Jesse Bates on him or Justin Simmons on him, I guess. But if he's gonna be like just working in the middle of the field, I think Chris Godwin's gonna have him a game. But I'm gonna go with the Falcons, man. Just because, like, yeah, this game is so important for them. They better win.
Yeah, this
It's
game is
important
way
for
too
both
important for
teams.
them. They gotta win this. If they don't win this shit, they're not winning the division. I promise that.
Yeah. Nick, you got the Bucks.
I got the Bucks.
All right. Jets, Vikings.
I'm going
Vikings.
Vikings.
Wow,
Next.
we swept the Vikings. Wow. Panthers, Bears.
Shit show of a game. I'm gonna go with.
Bears.
I'm gonna go with the Panthers on this one.
I was thinking Panthers.
Bears.
Too. Andy Dalton's better than Caleb Williams right now. Like right now, like as of
Yeah, I'm going with the Bears, man. It's a practice game for Caleb Williams.
I mean,
Yeah.
now
This
that
is a
Bears
breakout
defense
game for
is
Caleb,
nasty.
man. So
That Bears defense is
it
nasty.
is.
Yeah.
They defense is very, very good, bro. Like if anything, their defense they make plays. I seen them against the Texans, and they make plays, bro. Like they fight and they continue to give Caleb Williams chance after chance after chance. It's just he gonna have to figure it out as a rookie, obviously, man. So
Yeah, the Panthers.
I got the Bears.
Panthers defense is terrible. Actually, this could be like a Roma Dunze breakout game for real. Yeah, I'll go with the Bears. Yeah. Browns versus Commanders. I'm rocking with the
Commanders.
Commanders.
Yeah, Commanders. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Leave. We was talking about Jaden Daniels before he came. My opinion, he's top 5 for MVP right now. Like,
I would have to agree with that.
yeah, we're only 5 weeks in.
Yeah, we only 5 weeks in, but I would definitely have to agree with that. If I before this past game against and they put up another 30 plus points on being though they played Arizona, but if I'm not mistaken, the Washington Commanders have not punted in I think 20 something possessions.
No, out of their last 29 possessions, they've had 27 scoring drives.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Maybe it's 2 non-scoring drives, no matter what. They've only had 2 non-scoring drives. And
27 out of their last 29 drives, they had
something like
scored.
that. Yeah, I don't know why I said those
That's
numbers exactly.
crazy,
Usually when
bro.
I say numbers, I'll be close for some reason. So it's
That's
something.
crazy, bro. I like that. That is insane,
Yeah.
bro. And this goes back to, if I'm not mistaken, the Giants game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Right.
Commanders.
That's
No
crazy.
countries. I just want to see if I'm. I can't find it, but it's something like that. 0 punts,
I think
0
you
from.
might be able to pull it right up on Google. I'm not.
Yeah, that's
sure.
what I'm trying to do, but like I don't know how to look up stats like that. I heard it though. Like I was watching the game and like it was something like that. All I know for sure, there's only been 2 non-scoring drives. And I was like, damn, only 2. Oh, most consecutive drives without a punt. The Washington Commanders have had 17 consecutive drives that have ended with a score or touchdown since week 1 of the NFL season. This includes their win over the Bengals in week 3. So week 4 isn't counted in this stat. And at the point of this being a record, they're at 17. So yeah, it was something. It was a number, like I said, bro. It was a lot. Man, basically what we saying is Jaden Daniels in his first 5 career NFL games is making history. Like that's CJ Stroud deja vu. So we gonna see what the Commanders is. I got them winning this game. Commanders fans, this is the happiest y'all should be.
I think Deshaun Watson is mentally broken, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I
for
ain't gonna
sure.
lie to you.
Yeah, for sure.
So I got the Commanders definitely.
Yeah,
Who's next?
Dolphins, Patriots.
I'm going Patriots.
Oh my god.
Nick, ride with your boy. I got the Patriots. Oh yeah, Dolphins.
Yeah, I got the Patriots too. I guess, man. Do I really? God
Dude, Dolphins
damn.
are bad.
Why do I have to go with the? I go with the Patriots.
Yeah, Dolphins.
I don't know
bad.
what y'all did, man. Like, oh my god. Oh
Yeah.
god. Poor
Funny
Tyreek
me.
Hill. Oh my goodness.
Colts versus Jaguars. Please, Jaguars have 0 wins this season. Shit, man, y'all were right, bro. Can y'all get a win, please? Like, my expectations are changing.
No, they're not gonna get a win. I got the Colts. Anthony Richardson is gonna throw for like 400.
I got the Colts too.
I got the Colts.
Dude, the Jaguars are that bad.
Yes, they are, bro. Like, I think Trevor Lawrence. I think whatever magic that he had, I think is fizzled out. Like,
you got it, bro.
Bro, Ma. I'm being totally honest with you when I say this, bro. Whatever magic that he had, I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, it's looking like bust.
No, bro.
Look, I hate to say this, and I've been on so many podcasts with Trevor Lawrence's name that came up, and it was like, yo, this dude. I don't see him getting better. I don't know what's like. Is there something going on over there, bro? That's just not going well to the point where
Doug Peterson, bro.
You did call for Doug Peterson. Yes, you did. You called for Doug Peterson's job. You called for Doug Peterson's job in week 3. Yes, you did.
No, I called it in the offseason.
Yeah, you called for it in the offseason. Technically you did, but you said like, yo, if they go 0-2, Doug Peterson's getting fired. Yes, you did. You said that. And
it's because last season they started off like 7-2, because they had a new coach. You know, teams didn't know their scheme yet. As soon as teams found out their scheme, I think they've lost like fucking 9 games in a row. Like, he can't adjust. And like the Jaguars, I be watching them. Like, you know, you like flipping channels. I be tuning into the Jaguars. I'll admit, I don't watch every single play, but when I watch them, I'm like, oh yeah, Trevor Lawrence look nice, and I flip the channel, and then I come back, and every single time blown lead somehow. Like, what the fuck? Every single game in the third quarters, bro. I shit you not, the Jaguars be having the lead. What I talked about earlier in the episode, it's not Trevor Lawrence. It's that nigga Travis Etienne. When they have leads, they can't run the ball, and they have to keep relying on Trevor Lawrence. Like, Travis Etienne, he's a great player. He came from Clemson, but he came from Clemson the year after Trevor Lawrence had a good rookie season, and Trevor Lawrence asked for his boy. You feel me? And honestly, his boy is not the man, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like Tank Gibbs be looking like he gives better production sometimes. They need a new running back, bro. Like I like
I
Etienne.
ain't gonna
Maybe I'm
lie.
just looking.
They need more than a new running back.
And they need an O line, bro.
They need a line. They need a
Yeah,
prayer,
everything.
bro. They need every damn thing, bro.
I
This
love
right
Trevor
now.
Lawrence still, bro.
I mean, but listen, and Trevor Lawrence was a very likable guy, bro. Like he was Prince Charming, bro. Like I mean, it is what it is, bro. Like I understand he was very likable. He had the look, he had the hair, and all that crazy shit and everything, bro. But the reality is that it's not looking good for him right now, man. It's just not.
I think he's still like in the trade market worth multiple first round picks. If my team gave up multiple first round picks for Trevor Lawrence, I would be happy.
I mean, you should be, bro, because Tyreek Hill is over there, bro. Like, why wouldn't you be happy?
No, exactly. Like I think in Trevor Lawrence, bro, like in a lot of other places would be one of the best quarterbacks in my opinion. A lot of other places, man.
I think at best, bro, he would be a pretty good quarterback on your team. I'll be honest with you, Tua career is just about over. I wouldn't put him back on the field for no money in the world.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say Trevor Lawrence. If I guess if you got a chance to get him, we'll throw some picks. Yeah, gotta throw some picks. But
I think his
but you got to support your decision because you going after a quarterback that you're gonna put next to Tyreek Hill, and he gonna be asked to do some things and do some things for the franchise, man, and take the team to some heights that they haven't been taken to in a while and everything, and he's gonna be asked to do that with Tyreek Hill, man. I mean, so you're gonna have to sit back, relax, and watch the show.
Yeah, I think Trevor Lawrence's career is just getting started, man. I when I watch him, he's still good to me. Maybe I'm wrong. But
I mean, I don't even want to hope anything right now, bro. The Jaguars, they not very important right now, bro. Like,
they have 0 wins. Yeah, you're right. We talking.
That means Trevor Lawrence is not very important right now.
Yeah,
bro.
3 out of the last 4 years, they're projecting the number 1 pick. Yeah, you're right. I guess we have to.
But they're not very important. What's the next game?
The Bills versus the Texans. This is could be like an AFC Championship game. Yeah, but why am I talking about the teams?
No, that's not an AFC Championship game.
It could be.
Next year. No. Like we all know who's gonna win the AFC, bro. Like we're just playing ourselves.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like if I had scenarios, this would be in like the top 10. You know,
I mean, I think what you mean to say, if you had the script, this would be the AFC Championship game. We're not putting those red and yellow bastards back in the AFC Championship game. We're sick and tired of them. So
I'm saying this is one of the like 10 most likely matchups. Yeah. Like these are 2 elite teams in the AFC.
Just to support Nick, we're not putting those red and yellow bastards back in the damn AFC Championship game. We're not doing that. Yeah, so we're supporting Nick on this one, and we're not doing it. So the Bills and the Texans. Wow, where's my quarter at? Hold on, let me flip this.
This is a good game. I'm gonna go with the Texans. This is around the time of the season where Josh Allen goes on a 2-game losing streak, and everyone complains about him turning the ball over. Yes,
it is. Yeah, it absolutely is. And the Texans defense, they need to get back on track. Yeah. Try to get some momentum and get back on it. So I got the Texans as well.
Yeah,
I really didn't expect. Did y'all expect Buffalo to really start the way they start? I didn't.
Nah, but I didn't. Nah, that's why like Josh Allen number 1 for MVP right now, even after they lost by 25 points. Like they 3-1. I don't care. Like he's still my number 1 for MVP.
Well, and now it's time for him to go 3-3. We got the Texans.
I'm going Texans too.
Yeah. Okay.
That sounds about right. Who's next?
Ravens versus the Bengals.
Ravens.
Wow. I mean, this game could bring the.
I think the Ravens have figured out what they're good at, and they're going to use it, bro. It's Derrick Henry until the shit don't work no more, and then Lamar, you bail us out if we need to. Ravens.
Yeah. Damn, bro. This is. I'm gonna go with the Ravens. Ah, man, dude, not the Ravens secondaries was busted up right now, and if
Nobody
I
cares,
don't
bro.
know.
They're gonna hold on to that football for dear life, and they're gonna
Bengals
make
run
sure they keep
defense is terrible. No, Ravens. Bengals run
exactly.
defense
So
is
yeah,
terrible. Yeah.
Bengals run defense is terrible, and then that means that the Ravens defense is not gonna be on the field for that long. So
The
Ravens
Texans are underdogs.
at home.
Are they? Yeah.
I don't know why that is. I got the Texans.
Yeah, we all have the Texans.
Yeah.
That might not be a crazy pick to put. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Ravens though. Raiders versus the Broncos.
Broncos.
I got the Broncos.
Broncos
out to Nick.
country.
Shout out
That's
to Nick, man. Yeah, ain't no way they losing to a team that forever gonna lead the league in penalties, man. Come on.
Yeah, I'll go with the Broncos just for Nick. Raiders, I meant holy 49ers versus Cardinals.
49ers.
Cardinals.
Cardinals is plus 300. If you feel like that, I'm gonna tell you Cardinals is plus 300. Like I'm not saying you crazy.
I got the Cardinals in the upset, brother. This is year 3 of the Kyle Shanahan run, if I'm not mistaken, either year 3 or 4. And usually the 49ers
Wow, we in like
year
5
10.
or 6. We're in like
I don't
year
know what
5.
year it is, but I think this might
Year
this
10.
this is the year where the wheels fall off the 49ers whole powered up train and weaponry that they had, man. Get these assholes off the field. I don't ever want to see them again, bro. Like sick and tired of this team, bro. Like Cardinals and 6.
I'm fucking weak. What you got more?
You got the Cardinals.
I'm be overhyping the Cardinals like crazy, bro.
No, I'm not overhyping them. I just think everybody in their division is capable of beating the 49ers, bro. Like once the Rams did it, I already know what was up. That team is a joke, bro. I'm telling you.
This is a hard. Yeah, this is actually a hard pick for me. But like, I disagree with you with the Kyle Shanahan comment. I think if anything, him not having CMC this year and this random running back for the Cook with Juwan Jennings is actually going to do the exact opposite. Fuck though, man. I'll go with the 49ers. They better win. Giants versus the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
I'm cool with that. This is the first game where I can see Malik Neighbors getting slowed down, actually. Because they probably have like the best corner duo in the league with Tariq and Devon.
What game we on?
Giants versus Seahawks. I'm going to Seahawks. Yeah. Packers versus
Giants. The Giants do got one of the better front sevens in the league.
Yeah.
But I think the Seahawks can still win this game. Seahawks low-key was trying to get in the end zone last night. They couldn't do it. But I think they can win this game.
Yeah. Packers versus the Rams.
Packers.
We better win that goddamn game.
Yeah, I agree. Packers.
We should be 3-1 right now.
Yeah.
We should be 4-0 right now, bro. The games that we lost, like I'm just looking at them, I'm like, what? Like we lost in Brazil to one of the dumbest football teams in the history of the league, and yeah, we put ourselves in position to win and to make it a game last week, but we played the wrong quarterback. So hopefully Malik Willis actually gets the throws and he plays.
He's not playing. If Jordan Love was playing last game and he was fine, he's not playing.
Jordan Love throwing 3 interceptions, bro. Like, ain't getting it, man. So he gonna have to play.
Next game we got is the Cowboys versus Steelers, and the Cowboys are the underdogs in this game.
Yeah, they are, because the Steelers are gonna win.
You agree with that, Nick?
Yep.
Steelers. Wow.
Steelers are gonna win this game handily.
How?
What do you mean how?
I got the Cowboys. Justin Fields, his biggest problem is
no, you do not, bro. You got the. I got the Cowboys. No, you don't.
No, you got to remember, I'm also a Giants fan, so like I'm trying to not respect them, but like Y'all disrespecting them. The Steelers, bro.
I'm disrespecting the fuck out of them, bro.
I mean, they're gonna have to prove it. Man,
Disrespecting the hell out of the damn Cowboys, bro. Like
Steelers is the other team I disrespect the shit out of because like them niggas.
I
Suck,
mean,
bro.
listen, I don't like the Steelers too much neither, but I just like the Cowboys even like
Yep.
more, bro.
Even
Like,
more.
Nah, I feel you.
Like,
This is probably gonna be like the most hated, like one of the most hated.
yeah, this is gonna be
games.
like the most hated game to watch and be on TV. And then they're gonna put this shit on TV just because it's the Cowboys, and then I'm gonna look like, what the hell? Why is the Cowboys on my screen right now? You know what I'm saying?
This is a funny ass game though, because Justin Fields' biggest problem to me is he takes bad sacks, bro. Like Micah Parsons could make him take a bad ass sack in my opinion.
Nah, they defensive line ain't shit.
Word, they defensive tackles ain't shit, but they edge rushers is good.
I don't think I think the Steelers are they're gonna put the ball on the ground, bro. Like if that would be the smart.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Next game, last game of the episode, we got the Saints versus the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
I'm gonna go with the
I'm
Saints.
I'm sorry, Nick, bro. Like don't be jealous, bro. Just go with the Chiefs.
No, I don't give a fuck, bro. I understand it. I mean, I'm going with the Saints though. Rasheed Rice is done for the season. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
If the Saints pull that off, I don't know what to think, bro. Do we have any Monday night games or that's it? That's the last.
That's a Monday night. That's a Monday night game. Chiefs Saints.
Oh yeah, Chiefs is definitely winning that. There's no way that the NFL is allowing the Saints to pull off no upset in Kansas City. NFL ain't allowed that.
We'll see about it, but that'll be it for today's episode. I was actually miscounted, not episode 161. That will be us going over the next week's NFL Week 6. Episode 160 will be tomorrow, where we're going to be going over the Eastern or Western Conference. We'll see whichever one we want to do. I'm pretty sure the West, and I'm happy that we had.
Did we do the divisions yet, bro?
Nah, we're gonna do the East and West. We're not doing division. And yeah, that's next episode tomorrow. Leaf. What time tomorrow? I don't know.
Tomorrow I'll be home too, man. Like that, I got called out.
Yeah,
I called out of work today. I didn't call out. They Amazon just had low volume, so they didn't have no route for me. So I'm good for tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm off tomorrow actually. So off every Wednesday because we go live every Wednesday. But last week
I'm off every Wednesday as well too.
All right,
I don't get off till 6 on Wednesdays.
I mean, we would go live at 7 p.m.
I'm off every Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday.
Okay.
I'm off Monday, Tuesday. Those are my days. Well, I did work.
Oh, both of y'all off on Mondays? Okay, that's nice to know. Then I didn't know that. Maybe I could start going off on Monday then, and make shit easier.
I can't switch my schedule. I'm on probation right now.
Okay. Well, okay, Leaf. You everything good?
No. It's first 60 days. It's first 60 days on the job.
On the job.
With a new job like that, you get put on probation.
You get put on probation the first 60 days. Yeah.
It's a union job, right?
Oh yeah. It's Amazon DB4, and they got a third party hire that's paying us right now. So we working with a group, but I don't actually work for Amazon. They just gave me the truck and everything. So.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a third
That's
party.
what my boy's doing right now too. He just got a job doing that too. So where it's a separate company from Amazon, but
I was told that you gotta work on a job a year and get all of the benefits and then apply for the actual Amazon position.
Yeah.
So right now they basically got me on like regular driver associate, but they basically got me driving. They're gonna put me on dispatch, probably some other shit. Well, after the first 60 days, who knows? So. It's $25 an hour, man. So I ain't complaining.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to episode 159. Hope you have a nice day. Enjoy life and God bless.